Hi everybody. Can you guys hear me okay? Please let me know if you can't hear me or if there's something wrong with the with the stream. Please let me know. Oh, I can hear myself. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. That's what we're looking for. So how's everybody doing? Manny Bluey, while Pixelogic goes live so many times per day, so I know, right? Isn't it wonderful? I love watching Pixelogic streams. Probably my favorite streams to watch. Dan Blinko, hi. You've been waiting for this all day, really? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hi guys, I'm really happy to be here today on this wonderful Monday night. Today's Monday, right? Just to be sure. Am I on the right day? How's everybody doing? Mr. Rue, hi. How are you doing? Guys, welcome to the Pixelogic stream. My name is Ana Carolina Pereira. I am Brazilian and I live in Texas, and ZBrush is my favorite thing to do, honestly. Sculpting and ZBrush is my biggest passion, hobby, love, whatever. Marok, good morning. Oh, it's actually late here. It's 8 p.m. here where I am. Guys, let me drink a little bit of coffee. Let's get acquainted, and then we can chit chat. So here's kind of what I plan on doing today. So on my last Pixelogic stream, my cat has decided to join us. So my last Pixelogic stream, I created this head for this avatar model. It was like a speed sculpt, and on my free time, I've been creating the rest of the body, just a little bit, you know, it's been like not a long time. So I decided for today we could make it fun and keep it cool by perhaps creating a ride for the avatar, so that whenever I'm done, it can be like a super awesome action pose with the avatar, or the Navi, I suppose, sitting on the Ikran and they're both flying. I think that could be pretty cool. Marak, it's 3 a.m. where you are? Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for being up so early to watch. Oh my goodness. Let me log in here on Facebook. Guys, let me know if anything goes wrong, okay? Because today it's a little bit unbalanced, it seems, over here. Let me look here. Alright, got it. Is anybody saying anything on Facebook and YouTube? I need to make sure that I can see it. Give me 1 sec, my friends. How's everybody doing? How was your week so far? And what are your plans for the rest of the week? That'd be nice. Good night from Brazil. Luís, boa noite, tudo bem? Let me get just really ready. YouTube. I just want to make sure that I'm working on every platform because I get a little bit scared that it's not working somewhere. I don't know if we're live on YouTube right now. Oh, there it is. Sorry guys, I just wanted to make absolutely sure that it was working. Ok. Luiz, tudo bom? Sempre bacana acompanhar trabalhos por aqui, ainda mais brasileiros. Bela modelo, obrigada. Ainda tá no início, sabe? Ainda é base. Okay, let me change my music and stuff. And we can get started. I'm just gonna hop right into it today. It's gonna be the usual kind of stuff. Obrigada. Luiz, você faz modelos também? Okay, so this is what I have so far for the avatar. So I'm gonna start on the Ikran, which is gonna be very, very exciting. I'm really hyped for this. I'm not gonna lie. I've been like envisioning. I have this vision for what I want this to be, Just give me 1 second. I think this is not working. Goodness. Sorry, I'm having difficulties. You know, it gets a little bit, I don't know if I'm capturing YouTube from here, but let me... Guys, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. Give me 1 tiny second, okay? Okay, it might be working now. I'm not 100% sure. There's so many technical parts of streaming that just kind of happen. Okay, it's looking good, guys. Let's do this. So I'm gonna start by bringing back the standard UI, because I think a lot of people, like whenever I'm streaming, you know, it's nicer for a lot of people to for me to start with the normal UI so that I can answer questions better. Then Linka, you see me on YouTube? Awesome. Can you try typing something on YouTube to see if it's working, so I can see if I can see your messages, please? If you can. If not, it's okay. So I think I'm going to start with a Dynamesh sphere, you know, just my good old Dynamesh sphere friend. Oh, I crashed. Good start. That was just a warm-up. But yeah, guys, awesome, Dan, thank you. So let me introduce myself. I might as well take this moment to introduce myself. So let's not do that. Okay, give me 1 sec. Oh goodness. Okay, now I think we've got it. So, like I said before, my name is Ana Carolina, and I am from Brazil, from Rio de Janeiro, and I've always been an artist. But my focus used to be 2D art, until one day I found out about ZBrush, and it was during a class when I found out about ZBrush, and it was a 4-hour-long class, and by the end of the class, I completely changed my entire career trajectory. I changed my dreams, I changed my goals so that I could become a character artist, because that's how much I liked working with ZBrush. It was completely different. By that time, I had a little bit of experience with 3D modeling, just ever so slight. I had learned, you know, a little bit of like box modeling and stuff like that in 3ds Max. And it just didn't speak to me. I didn't really understand it, and I didn't really care very much for it. But then I found ZBrush, and I was just like completely enticed. And ever since then, that was about 4 years ago. Ever since then, I've been doing ZBrush non-stop. Well, I stopped for actually that's a lie. I stopped for like a year almost. But I ended up becoming a technical artist professionally. So I work a lot in, you know, more, I guess, to be completely obvious, the technical aspects of any kind of like game dev and arts. I do a lot of hard surface modeling during the day, but I've never lost my love for character arts in ZBrush. So that's what's brought me here. I specialize in VR and, you know, any kind and art and development for VR. So if you have any questions about VR, let me know. Every single job I've had, except for my internship while I was in college, has been in VR. World kind of just threw me that way, you know, like it just happened. Destiny, I guess, fate. And I really like VR, actually. I would like to start I would like to start using AR. Start like developing for AR, at least for a little bit. Maybe like a game jam someday. Most of my experience lies in the in serious games. I started this in order to do the normal games, you know, like fun fantasy games and all that stuff, and maybe movies. But I live in Houston, and there really is no market for that here. And one day I'll move away, but until then, I will work in the markets here, right? I will adapt to the markets, and so it's everything that I focused on has been serious games. I've worked whenever I was in college. I did an internship at NASA, the space people that send stuff to space. You know those. I did an internship there, and then I worked for a little bit at a mobile VR company that created a VR game for cancer patients, which was really exciting. And well, I mean, it was exciting to work there. And now I work at a company doing a lot of training, and especially security training, all through VR, all through game art. So it's pretty exciting. KV, hi. Diego, welcome. Greetings from Peru. Awesome. Aziel, tudo bem? Bem-vindo. I'm so happy you guys are here. I'm really hyped to get started on this because I've been meaning to make this forever. Like, this is the perfect excuse I need to work on this, so I'm really excited to be here. Manga Cats, hi, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, everybody get comfortable. It's gonna be a long stream night, I suppose. This looks so funny. Good start. KV, what did you work on at NASA? I worked on basically creating 3D digitalizations of equipment to be used in 3D renderings, 3D films, and stuff like that. I can't see if the background isn't gray. That's basically what I did while I was there. I did a lot of research. I worked with engineers, and I created like very specific models of like specific dimensions and all that stuff, like very technical stuff, I guess. Like they would give us like very exact dimensions, and we'd have to recreate them in order to be used in films, like little films and stuff. Like after you do that for a little bit, you find out that nothing's real anymore. Like you know how if you go like on the NASA Instagram or the NASA Twitter, you'll see all these amazing pictures of like NASA equipment in space and NASA spaceships and all that. And what you might not realize is that they're not taking pictures of their own equipment in space. Those are just 3D renderings a lot of the time, not always. I mean, if the picture is obviously coming from the I'm sorry, my nose is super itching. If the rendering is coming from the actual equipment itself, then it could be real, but if not, it's not. Mr. Manga Cats, great, an Ikran from Avatar. Yes, that's what we're going for. Diego, yes, I am using Sculptures Pro. I love Sculptures Pro. Aziel, do you think I made a good choice? I'm so glad. I figured we start slow, you know, like I'm not going for the finished product tonight, but I think this could be really cool for an addition to my avatar model. My nose is so itching. It feels like it's gonna bleed. That's how itchy it is right now. Oh my goodness, I'm not getting messages from Facebook. I'm not seeing the Facebook messages. Sorry guys, I can't see them. I set it up today. Barry Rafter, thank you so much. I'm making an Ikran from Avatar. Aziel, you made really good choice for today. So you make vehicles like starships? Not that far. I didn't do that myself. Like the people I worked with did, but I just made like smaller stuff, like smaller like astronauts equipments and stuff like that in 3D. Guns of the Earth is flat. Not when I made it. When I sculpted the Earth, it was round. Hardest model I ever had to do. But yeah, that was a little bit of my backstory. What have you guys worked with and worked on? Let me know. I wanna get to know you guys a little bit tonight. So I'm just gonna vlog in. We're just gonna go for it tonight. This is supposed to be a fun model. Life is too stressful sometimes. I have a good time making Ikran. No pressure. I do need better pictures of these. Mine looks like a sock puppet. I'm really confused about why I can't get Facebook to connect. Oh yeah, okay, it works. It's working now. I can see Facebook now. Before I couldn't see anybody's Facebook, comments. So if you're on Facebook, you can now talk to your heart's desire in case you want to. If not, that's cool too. Manga, I asked because I'm making a trike from the game Dune 2000 and I'm using basic geometry. Oh, that's cool. That does sound pretty cool. Now, so like hard surface modeling has never been my thing. Like I've fallen into it a lot, but I try to keep it simple whenever possible. It's just it doesn't bring me that much joy, and I figured if not for joy, why am I doing this? So I try to avoid it. But I love ZBrush and I love character sculpting, so that's what I've been doing on my free time. And even at work, sometimes. A lot has happened in my life since the last time I streamed here for Pixelogic. For one, I finally am learning rigging. Like, I have no choice now. The time has come. I can't escape anymore. It's time, you know. I've just been thrown in the deep end with the wolves, the rigging wolves. KV, I'm graduating in 2 weeks and I'm hella nervous. Oh my goodness, what are you graduating in? And from what college? And I'm so excited for you. Graduation made me super nervous, so I completely understand. But the world outside school can be so nice. So free. It can be, anyway. I know mine was a shock. Like, I expected nothing but the worst before I left school, and then I was like, oh wait, this isn't so bad. That was just me. I don't know about your situation, but I know I had like a phobia of graduating. I actually like considered, you know, like taking some time off from school so that I wouldn't graduate, or maybe like going slower so that I would graduate later, but I didn't do it. It was worth it. Are you graduating in like game arts or animation or something like that? Mary, I'm a stone sculptor. I was wondering, have you any advice on how to pose my ZBrush models on pictures for proposals for public sculptures? How to pose your ZBrush models on pictures? What do you mean on pictures? Can you explain? Because I have an idea of what you're saying, but if you explain, I'll answer for sure. But there are many ways to pose, and there's like one specific way that's the best, which I'll show you if you want me to. Well, the best in my eyes, anyway. There's a million ways to do different things, right? But basically, it's a way of posing using Z-spheres, almost as if it's a rig to manipulate your geometry. KV, would you have any advice? Yes, KV. Hopefully you've already started doing this, but one of the most important things around the time of graduation and job hunting is to network. Who you impress, who you make friends with, who you get to know in the industries is I don't know what industry you're graduating from, but I'm assuming it's animation or games. the better reputation you can build for yourself, the better the job search will be. And I'm assuming you're going for a job search. The next thing would be to not be too scared, because while we were in college, we get drilled with this idea that the world out there is terrifying and it's evil and it's impossible to navigate. But it has its downfalls and it has its difficulties, but that's not everything there is to know about the world out there, you know? So to be brave and to apply everywhere you want to work. Make sure you reach out to people, make sure you are friends with people and you are nice, and that you can maintain a nice, good, positive, healthy reputation online and offline. And let's see, make sure you have a nice portfolio. That's the obvious one. I mean, I don't even think I have to say that one because it's obvious. Make sure your portfolio is not too... Make sure you whittle it down to only your best pieces. Make sure you don't have any extra stuff in there that just makes it look worse. I don't know the state of your current portfolio, but when I was about to graduate, I applied to a job here in town with like a horrible portfolio of like everything I had done that I was proud of in college. And they rejected me, obviously. And then I got together with one of the teachers that I trusted, and I was like, hey, can you go over my portfolio and critique it with me, because they didn't hire me and I don't know what's wrong. I'm so great, right? And she was like, okay, let's take a look. And she starts going through my portfolio website that I had. And she's like, no, please tell me, please God, tell me that you didn't apply with this portfolio. And I'm like, yes, I did. And she's like, no. And I'm like, yes, no. So we took a lot of it out. And the next job that I applied to, I got. So sometimes less is more. Just keep top quality pieces in your portfolio. Alright, and Mr. Rue, still getting the hang of rigging is cool. Rigging is cool, actually. I used to have a rigging phobia, but not anymore, I guess. If you aim to do modeling, I'm in Canada. Oh, cool. So it's both. You can go work in movies and games. Diego asks, do you recommend to try traditional sculpts to improve our skills? Diego, I recommend any kind of... It's weird. I recommend any kind of art to improve your skills. Drawing will improve your skills. Sculpting in real life, like with traditional clay, will improve your skills. I don't know, everything will improve your skills in some shape or other. Like, so maybe if you hate drawing, sculpt traditionally. If you hate sculpting, draw. If you hate all of those, just model as hard as you can. Art is art, and you'll improve no matter what. As long as it's relatively related, you will improve at it. But even if it's not, even if you decide that you improve, in order to improve your 3D modeling, you're gonna get really into graphic design. You can still improve by that, even though it's not directly related. Maybe you'll have better color choices in the future, or maybe you'll have better eye for shapes and harmony. So yeah, no matter what, if you're making art, you're gonna be improving. Noble 80, hi Caroline, thanks for sculpting for us. No problem, you're welcome. Sculpting is my favorite. Oh, Arnold, thank you. Mr. Manga, do you speak another language? You're from Chile. I speak Portuguese fluently. Clink, and focus on the job you're going for. That's not a bad one. There are so many pieces of advice out there. But yeah, don't lose your cool. Stay calm. You probably will get rejected. It's normal. Don't think that your career is over because you get rejected. If anything, use the rejections as a springboard to inspire you to work harder on your portfolio and make your portfolio better. And soon, the jobs will start coming in, or at least the interviews. Oh, guess who forgot to put in the little... It was me. I forgot to put in the little chin thing. Demetrio, hi. It was a 1-year program for 3D modeling and VFX, so there wasn't any specialization, but yes, I'm trying to get into games and animation. That's awesome. To show a client how the sculpture would look on site, maybe in a few different views. It does not have to be a turntable. So do you want to know how to make a screenshots, or do you want to know how to make a pose? I'm so sorry. Sometimes you get confused. Kavi, I'd love to do character modeling, but as of right now, I'm working on environments just to get my foot through the door. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. Some people say that's the wise way to go. Some people say that you should just focus on what you love and get really good at it. I don't know where I stand. I understand both points of view. It looks so weird. It looks like a dumb dinosaur. Perfect. The concept is not mine. No, this is from the movie Avatar. Have you ever seen it? Sang Moon, hey neighbor, how's it going? Ooh, we're neighbors? How is it going? I'm doing fine. Just excited to be here. Excited to be working on this piece. This one's a little bit harder to understand, like, the shapes, you know? It's really hard to understand the shapes on this one. For me, anyway. I think we all have different shapes that hurt us. So I'm going to cut this out. By the way, I'm using Sculptures Pro, which is a feature that came with ZBrush 2018, which I love and changed my pipeline completely. Very screenshots maybe. So there's a way right here to do this where you go to Documents to save a picture, and you go to Zap Link Properties, or Zap Link Properties, it's what I call it. And you will get a bunch of options, okay? Front, back, right, left, top, bottom, custom 1, custom 2. And these will save the view that you might be looking at. So let's say this 3/4 view, let's say I want to screenshot this. I'll go here and I'll place custom 1. And it doesn't do anything for right now, it just stores the information. And then let's say I want a front and back view, okay? I can just press front, and a back will automatically get recorded as well, because if this is the front, then it knows where the back is. And I can do right and left, and then I can to make hits, you click make character sheets, and it should open up Photoshop, or you can actually set it to other programs that are not Photoshop. Okay, it doesn't have to be Photoshop, it can be Krita, etc. And bam, you have basically automatic little screenshots of your thing from various angles: front, back, side, custom. And you can change the background really easily, and you can move them around and stuff. So that's one of the ways to do it, which is the way I do it the most often, because it's so easy and so convenient. Dante, where can you find more of my work? Dante, I will post a link for you. Let me find my links. links. Okay, let me post the links since you asked for them. I actually have to log into Facebook before I can do that. You asked from Facebook, right? Yes, you did. It's gonna take a second. I'm not online on Facebook right now. Mungum, little trick, try to separate the jaw from the rest of the head. I did that to make Demon's head, yeah? So, I'm sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so why do I separate the jaw from the head? What do you think is the benefits from that? There, I just posted my links on Facebook, by the way, since you asked for it. The fourth link is my art station, which was where you'll find more work, although it's not a lot. I deleted a lot of stuff from it. I'm also going to post my links on the Twitch channel itself, because, you know, in case you want to give me a follow, you like my work, you want to hang out more on my own streams. This is the Pixelogics channel. and a ton of amazing artists stream on here. I do stream on my own personal Twitch channel 3 times a week, and the link is right there in chat. In case you can't see the link, it's right all the way up there to the top right corner of the screen. For a second I got scared that the symmetry wasn't on. That would be so sad. Senor Camaro, you should apply it massive. They're always looking for artists for their Avatar game. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that they I didn't even know that they were making an Avatar game. I didn't even know that. But I love my current job. I'm super happy. I don't necessarily want to move. Onde fica a opção de mandar os prints pro Photoshop? Bem aqui, ó. Documents, Zap Link Properties, Make Character Sheets. Thank you. What heading is it under? It's what blocks from view with the comments on screen. Maybe because I don't see the comments on screen. Documents, Zap Link Properties, Make Character Sheets. That's where it is. Jonathan, vai ficar mais fino também na vertical. Ah, eu vou fazer ele ficar mais fino. Eu tô reparando que ele precisa de uma afinadinha. Looks like a snake puppet. Oh my god, are you from Brazil? Yes, you are. Oh my god. Yeah, I am. I am from Brazil. I always accidentally shock some people by being from Brazil, like they can't believe it. I'm just testing some stuff out to see what I want to do with this. We can always dynamesh it all together, my friends. Making like straight lines is my worst weakness. So we've got that. I can always manipulate it to make it less bumpy and all that stuff. Let's turn symmetry back on. Brush move. No smoothing because that will ruin things. Although this will all get dynamesh together, so I shouldn't be too careful. Look at that lizard boy. I know, right? Great lizard boy. Magara, você é de São Paulo? Eu sou do Rio. Pequeno, lol. Olá, rainha. Obrigada. Oi. Greg, hi, how are you doing? Olá, Heilan. Magara, eu não conheço a saga. É uma aula de arte? Uma coisa de arte? Greg, hi, sorry, you make the robots for our online time for fantasy. I have no idea what you said. I'm so sorry. I tried. I promise I tried. Got a little something going on. Uma escola de games e design. Ah, legal. Eu quase fiz uma no Brasil. How are you getting the screen with the reference show up? This is a software called Pureref. P-U-R-E-I-R-F. I have that memorized now. Like, I don't even have to think about spelling it. Sarindu, hi, how are you doing? From Tokyo, no less. Challenge from Bino. Wow, long time no see. At least it feels like long time no see. I just dropped my pen on my cat. I'm so sorry, cat. I'm sorry. Can you hear him? He's like, yeah. Pureref. Magara, você está trabalhando em algum estúdio ou projeto? Sim. Eu trabalho em um estúdio. Let's block in the... I want to block in the antenna, or whatever those are called, with Z-spheres, because I love me some Z-spheres. Z-spheres used to be my main way of working until I found the beauty of Dynamesh, you know. Oh no. Always like it's always gotta be like that. Oh my god, I broke it. And every once in a while, I'll do a Z-sphere, even though, like, I know there's a million better ways to do it. I just do a little Z-sphere here and there because it makes me happier. It takes me back to my childhood days. Douglas, first time on your channel. Oh, welcome, Douglas, to the Pixelogic channel. Hi, Doom PDO. How are you doing? I'm gonna make it a little bit larger, and I'm gonna press Q to draw on some more and just be happy. Oh goodness. I think it won't feel remotely correct until we get some of these factors in, or details, or I don't know how to call them. I don't know what the word would be. Features. Some of these features in. Oops. So I'm gonna do some changing to make it look a little bit more aesthetic, in my own opinion. You think I should wear cat ears? Why? Everybody wears cat ears. Andrew, can you please finish knitting hair too, please? I will. Probably on my own channel, on Twitch. How did you learn ZBrush? How long did it take you to get competent at it? I think I started getting comfortable at it within like 2 months. And I competent within like 3 months, 4 months. Like, I knew how to use it, if that's what you're asking. Like, art-wise, it's relative. Some people might think I was competent at 1 month. Some people might think I was comfortable at 2 years. Some people might think I'm not competent at all. It's all relative. So I decided to go for like a stepped pattern for this. So I made like the main ones, and now I'm putting in betweens to break the shape up. Do you prefer Dynamesh or Sculptress? I prefer Sculptress right now, but I still use Dynamesh every once in a while. O Brasil vai um dia dominar o mundo, quem dera, quem tomara, né? Tô torcendo. Douglas, no, wait. Raylan, Pixelate modelou há quanto tempo? Eu modelo há 4 anos. Só que eu não sou a Pixelogic. Meu nome é Ana Carolina Art. O Pixelogic é a empresa que criou o ZBrush. E eu tô simplesmente fazendo uma stream para eles. Eu não sou a Pixelogic. Okay, so I can press A to see what it could look like. So bumpy. Did you sculpt in clay previously? No, I don't enjoy clay at all. Not even to this day. Pixel Devil 3D, hi! Welcome to the stream! Good long time no see. Here on Twitch anyway. Immediately ruins it. Oh my goodness, I accidentally, okay. So I made a mistake. You might run into this every once in a while. Basically, when I turned my Dynamesh, when I turned my Z-spheres into a preview, it Dynameshed it automatically at a very high density, actually. So I have to go here to Adaptive Skin. And in Adaptive Skin, you'll have a Dynamesh resolution of 256. We want to set that to 0. And there you go. Now I have a low poly, which it makes it easier to work with. I'm sure you've heard before that you should always start working with a low poly. It makes your work cleaner, less bumpy, and all that stuff. It's just wiser, a good practice. Diego, I studied at the Arts Institute. It's a college just for like people who want to be artists in some field. It's very like career-based college. Greg, do you need to speak in a different language? Do you speak Portuguese? You want to make robots. Is that difficult? It depends. Some people think it's easy, some people think it's difficult. It's gonna come down to like your preferences and your interests. I'm guessing you're gonna enjoy making robots, which will probably make it easier for you. I personally don't like making robots at all. Don't make them very often. Don't like it. Don't do it. At all. So this is the one I'm using, right? So let's go back here and append. Sometimes this gets in the way. It's still in the way. I don't know if this is the right one. I should have deleted the old one out before. Okay, yeah, it's the right one. Go ahead and delete that. I'm gonna try to keep this here so it's not in front of everything that I need. Tweet Blake, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. having a good time. So you'll notice that this gasp is not symmetrical, or there's only one on one side. So I'm going to use the Z plugin, the subtool master, and in here there's a mirror tool, and you'll see here x-axis and merge into one subtool. You can append this new subtool so that you can have two subtools that have the mirrored meshes, each mirrored mesh in one. You can do y-axis and z-axis, and you'll see the preview right there of what's about to happen when you mirror. So you just press OK and bam. Bam. That's all you needed. Now we have two little antenna thingies. Barry, so did you ever sculpt with your hands with natural materials? I come from a traditional sculpture background, clay, wax, and stone. I'm finding it strange to change to digital, but it's the way the industry is going. I personally don't. I was talking about that earlier. I'm not like, I've never personally enjoyed modeling, like clay build, traditional sculpture. Partially because I have carpal tunnel, and it hurts when I have to use strength in my hands for too long, and I feel like, for example, clay sculpture is going to make me do a lot of repetitive motion with a little bit of pressure, and it's going to hurt me, so I don't do it at all. But a lot of people that are very, very successful in the industry did start with traditional, and yeah. Any background you have in arts will help you succeed in this industry. Of course, it's not absolutely necessary. You can always just jump right into ZBrush and find out what happens. As long as you put yourself and put love into it, and you put time and effort, you'll be able to succeed. Helen, eu tenho perfil no ArtStation. Tô bem ali no cantinho da página. Greg, your work is nice. Can you make Blender robot? I've already done that before. Metrio, tu tens contato com outros artistas que fazem estilo pra pixelagem, ou é mais no estilo Batman? Artista solitária, ou é o estilo Batman na Liga da Justiça? Interage pouco com a equipe. Eu interajo mais com um do que com outros. Como sempre, tipo, sempre assim. Tem gente que eu comunico o tempo todo no Instagram, por exemplo. Tem gente que eu nunca converso. I don't know if I want to make the mouth all the way open, or if I want to make the mouth halfway open, which is what I was going for before. No. Fabel, hi, nice to see your work. Do you mostly do concept or also build models production ready for someone to rig and animate? I almost always build models for somebody to rig and animate. I make them game ready because I'm a specialist in making game. I'm a game developer. I work within the game industry a lot. So yeah, I didn't even notice it had 2 eyes before. Does it have 2 eyes? This one looks like it has 2 eyes. What the heck is that? I've been fooled. I feel like I should have watched the movie before I started. Maybe it's not nice, maybe it's like just a thingy. I guess we'll find out. So now I'm just gonna work in refining the shape, because I think mine is very far from the look that we're going for, which is often the case when you're less than an hour into your model. Greg, what days do you do this class? This isn't super a class. It's just a stream. But I do it. It's on the ZBrushLIVE website. I do it twice a month, every other week. But a lot of other people come do art here too, so I recommend checking it out more often. Carol, você me esse trabalho, tem um e-mail para contato? Sim, eu tenho sim. Let me think how to give you name. Você tem como entrar no meu Instagram? Meu Instagram tem um link pro meu e-mail. Eu não gostei do alien, muito bonito, parabéns, obrigada. This model is harder than the avatar one I did because it has so many like shapes that we are not used to. You know, the avatar is just modified human. You know, we are all used to the way humans look, and we've most likely, if you're a character artist, you've made a couple humans. But this is like a brand new challenge. I like it though. Ooh, I like being challenged by art anyway. Quanto tempo demorou no Alien? Eu fiz ele por um tempo, tipo, por um tempinho quando eu tava começando a ZBrush. Aí eu joguei ele fora e aí eu encontrei ele um dia e demorou tipo um final de semana. Good to know, but it's the part I'm trying to figure out. What most typical workflow? Do you build everything straight in ZBrush, or you start in Cinema 4D or Maya and then bring your model into ZBrush? If it's a character model, I start in ZBrush and then I bring it into either Maya or something like Topogun, you know, something for retopping. Because I do games, so retopping is a crucial step. And then I do like, you know, Modo or something for unwrapping, Substance Painter for texturing. I use a lot of stuff, but yeah, I usually block out in ZBrush, unless there's a reason not to. Like if it looks like it's a lot of hard surface stuff, you know, then I'll just do that in Modo. I wish I had better reference photos. These are really, really bad. I'm gonna insert a sphere to help me visualize this thing a little bit better. Oh, look at crazy eyes. No, thank you. I don't want to delete it, but I should probably save just real quick. I feel like none of the pictures I have are good quality enough for me to be able to use reference properly. say a crucial step of modeling or any kind of production in my eyes is reference gathering. You know, having something to work from is useful. The modelers have to do a ton of research for the project that they're working on and their company, or are they provided with photos? It depends on the project, depends on the company. Sometimes you just have concept arts, sometimes you have to do your own research, sometimes you have to do your own design, sometimes you don't. Aziel, a ideia é finalizar esse com um avatar e botar eles juntos. Craig, no problem. ZBrush ASMR. I don't retop in ZBrush. I retop in Maya usually. Why are you like? How do you retop in ZBrush? Quer seguir na modelagem, acho um trabalho incrível. Ai, não, você pode, se você quiser. Eu recomendo você seguir seus sonhos, não importa o que. I'm just here trying to get a side view and failing. I keep forgetting what brush I want to use. I'm just going to push this in a little bit while keeping the top kind of. I'm going to push the top out just a little bit too. At least right here. Thank you guys for your patience while I try to work this out. This is a slightly more challenging model for me. Spacey, hi, tudo bem? Pixel, do not retop in ZBrush. I thought about giving it a whirl. Mostly have cheats to get around retopping, like because it's easier with hard surface. Yeah, I don't know if it's easier with hard surface. It's definitely easier to use an auto retopper with organic surfaces. Or organic models, I suppose. Oh, I think I ruined it. They're so fish-like, it's crazy. Hey Stuart, how are you doing? Sandra, boa noite. Did you guys see that Pixelogic recently hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube? It's amazing. I am so proud and happy. Guys, give me 1 second. I need to take the quickest break ever. I'll be right back in 1 minute. Let me figure this out. If you figure it out for me, I'll be right back. Like 1 second. Completely. I'm back, guys. Thanks for waiting. Pixel, if you were to add scales, hypothetically, would you hand sculpt with array symmetry, or would you import an alpha for custom brush? I would create a VDM brush, which is a vector displacement brush. Vector displacement brush. And it's the most glorious thing that ZBrush can offer, in my opinion. Okay, not the best thing. It's probably Sculptures Pro right now for me. But, let me think. Yeah, that's how I personally might have done it. Of course, there are other ways which, I don't know, probably VDM, although that would be time consuming. So, it's Dragon for Avatar 2? No, I wish. I'm pretty sure all their dragons are done now. Actually, let me split this. What have I done? Okay. Alright, so I didn't mess up too bad. Mr. Jack Hart, thank you so much. Jack Banner, yeah, the concept art's great. Okay, so I was gonna dynamize these together. Or maybe I don't have to, maybe I can just... think one of the biggest parts of any of this is to just have so much patience, you know? It's like you always just want to jump right into texturing, or you just want it to be good right away, but I think having that patience, man, it's what's up. Oh, Ricardo, tudo bem? Obrigada. Sandro, o que recomenda para os iniciantes que desejam fazer uma modelagem 3D no ZBrush? Eu recomendo ir com muita calma e paciência, não se assustar com a quantidade de botões e coisas assim. E tentar encontrar muitos tutoriais, sempre estar aprendendo, sempre estar escutando sobre isso, seguir vários artistas, sempre estar tentando, sabe, melhorar, mas aos poucos, não se tenha pressa, é a parte mais importante. This project will be amazing when done. I hope so. I feel like mine, I think the eye is in all the wrong spot. But we'll of course move it. It's fine. It's all good. It's gotta be like here, the eyeball. Just pretend that eye never happened at all. Oops, I accidentally changed it to Z sub instead of Z ad. Do you look forward to next Avatar movies? Yes, so much. Like, completely, 100%. Ricardo, não vou no summits. Calvin Cropley, welcome. There's actually 104 people watching, not 72. It's just that, like, we're also broadcasting to other platforms. Virginia, oi, tudo bem? Mr. Jet the Reaper, thank you. I will not render in Keyshot. I don't think so. I think I'll render this in Marmoset Toolbag. Pinch this just a little bit to make it straight, harder edges. He's so dirty. Goodness. Thank you guys for watching. You guys deserve my thanks. You have much patience. I don't know if there's a shadow effect in ZBrush. I think you might have to make it manually. I'm not sure. Sandro, eu não dou curso, mas eu faço stream no meu próprio canal 3 vezes por semana. No Twitch. Guys, I just got asked if I do classes. Oops. Goodness. And I don't, but I do streams on my own personal Twitch channel 3 times a week. Let me go find my stuff. And in case you're interested, I'm about to post a link here on the Facebook and on Twitch. Just in case you're interested, I also posted a link to my social media, so that maybe you can give me a follow in case you like my arts, or you can follow me on Twitch in case you want to watch more of my streams. Usually my Twitch is a slightly different style. Yeah, still similar things. I'm gonna be working on this on there, and I'm also gonna be working on the avatar itself, or the Navi, I guess. I keep calling it avatar, but it's Navi. It's so hard now. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Aziel. You're so nice and sweet. Fapel, and I will just be modeling today, or will you be doing some UV and rapid texturing as well? I think I'll be doing a little bit of poly painting, so like an automatic unwrap in ZBrush and some poly paint, yes. But like it's not going to be anything too complicated, you know, we're just going to paint like some colors and patterns on there. Stuff right here. Cause it's if it doesn't have this whole jaw situation, it's not gonna look like the Banshee that we all know and love. Dan Blico, thank you. So sweet. So I'm gonna create this shape right here by just inserting a sphere and then manipulating it. And then eventually we're gonna just unite all these parts. I keep moving the thing and not the thing, you know, not the right thing. I wanted to do the mask lasso. I hate not using the mask lasso. Pretty long, longer than I thought it would be. What's around here? Does that look about right to you guys? Maybe a little bit higher. I'm gonna rotate it inwards here just a little bit. I'm gonna start kind of smoothing, manipulating it just a little bit, you know. I'm not gonna make it too complicated, but I do want to make it relatively blend before I dynamesh it all together. Peter, I do have music, but I can't play it. Calvin looks good to me. Peter, hi. I'm trying. I think this needs to be flatter right here. Who here is going to TwitchCon? Are any of you going to TwitchCon? Do any of you stream? He looks like a mustache. I'm going to turn Sculptris Pro with Clay Bulb, and I'm going to flatten it out just a little bit. I'm going to take the move brush. Actually, let me not focus on that for just 1 second. So I'm going to use to move topological to just edit this part and nothing else. If you're an FE, would you do the hair connection on animals? Of course. I mean, it's part of their, what do you call it? It's part of their culture and their needs, right? He's having a good time. Just relax. This is fun. I'm having a good time. So we have a little mustache. That's what this is called. That's the official biological name. I hope you know this. So I'm gonna just draw in the little gill areas just to block them in. Right now we're still in the block phase. I'm taking a little bit longer today than usual, and this is a harder challenge for me than all my other pieces. But that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do something that scares you. You're supposed to challenge yourself. That's how you grow. I like it. I may cry the whole time, but I like it. Just gonna cut in, draw in this line right here. Sandra, obrigada. Peter, you're from Hungary, Budapest. Awesome. I've been to Budapest before. Then I wish I was going to the ZBrush Summit. Same. What thing in his cheek, Jack the Reaper? But Frank, funny, I was at Disney Animal Kingdom and the left her ride is so cool. Oh! I went there recently, and it was so nice. That was the best ride of the whole park, for sure. So I love dragons. Dragons is like my favorite thing. I accidentally had a glitch right here. Do you guys see the dragon that I made recently here on Pixelogic? I made the Light Fury from the new How to Train Your Dragon. It's on my Instagram in case you're interested or curious or whatever. But yeah, what do you guys think about that one? This one reminds me of that one just ever so slightly. Alright, so not to get too distracted, but now let's block in the gums and teeth, because that's a very important feature for this animal. Otherwise it won't there are certain features for certain animals or creatures that if you don't put those in, this sounds obvious, but it wasn't for me. If you don't put those in, it can't look like that animal or creature. For example, this one time I was trying to make a crocodile, and I worked on it for like a month, and it was all fine, right? But I didn't add the teeth. I was like, teeth are a detail, I'll add later. But the whole time I was working on my crocodile, and I was like, this is such a bad crocodile. This looks nothing like a crocodile. This just looks like an angry lizard. And it didn't, like, for some reason, I didn't realize that it was because it had no teeth this whole time that it looked like a lizard. Anyway, you gotta add in the details that make the animal the animal. It's what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna start, before I even get into that, I'm gonna like carve out the mouth a little bit more, like very more extreme, you know, so that we actually have space to put anything in here. Otherwise it's too shallow. Hazardous art, hi, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Peter, thank you. Oh yeah, so I loved making that dragon. But yeah, I want to do more cartoony, but like I've always focused on realistic. It's just, I don't know, realistic speaks to me. I just like it. Or even not realistic, but like slightly more realistic than like, you know, DreamWorks or whatever. Disney. So we're good on there. Good on this. Let me think through how I'm gonna make this. I love how you can see stuff through there. That's so cool. I love these. Definitely not my favorite Avatar World creature though. There are some better ones out there. Just saying. Gladestone sim, brasileiro. Peter, thank you. I might go my usual routes of just inserting spheres and just manipulating. It's what I do. Why do I always do this? I wonder if it connects. Of course I have snake hook on. I should have not done two. Let's go back. There's always time to change your mind. So I want to just do one, so that I can get the roof of the mouth in with the same mesh. I'm just gonna fill it out for now. I'm just gonna basically like fill it out so relatively to be the similar shape to the mouth. Man, that was such an epic movie. I love it. Like it's so cool. I love it so much. It's around the shape of the mouth. Let's split it. And let's turn on transparent, which it's so strange to work without your personal UI. I'm trying to work with the standard UI and I always get really confused. So now I'm gonna start this Sculptures Pro. Oh, too much. So I'm just gonna pull down the sides of the gums. No attention to like thickness or anything. We don't need that right now. One thing I've found with just modern life, my current modern life, I suppose, I can't make an assumption for everybody, is that, I'm always in a rush. I'm always looking for distractions. I'm always, looking on my phone or doing something like that. But ZBrush forces me to stop, to take my time with something. And I think that's one of the best parts of ZBrush, honestly. Is that it just forces me to like stick to one thing, focus, spend time, Not to mention that it's like a maze that you have to navigate through. It's really nice. Which is why the part of why I'm gonna start learning D&D soon. I'm gonna play D&D. Because it needs time to use my imagination instead of just being on the phone and stuff. Do you guys relate to this feeling at all? Or at least the craving for like quiet time and focus and patience time? Smart Fairy, BBQ, creature sculpting, best sculpting. I know, right? I like doing girls and creatures and animals. I find that was ZBrush itself. Must be the clay thingy. Make sure you stretch your arms every once in a while, guys. Make sure you roll around your wrists. You change positions a little bit. You even get up to walk around. Very important. You do not cause permanent damage to yourself, because I've done it. Trust me. You don't want it. I'm going to turn on auto masking. I'm going to turn on back face mask just for a little bit. And I'm going to fill this out just a little bit. Get a better shape out of it. The only thing I don't like about Sculptress Pro is how triangulated the mesh looks. It's not very aesthetic, but other than that, I love it so much. I'm going to be a DM of player. I'm going to be a player, yeah. I have somebody more experienced that I trust to being the DM. I'm only gonna sculpt it today, Bobby and Katie. Oops. Sorry, guys. Have you worked on hard surface models like mech or armor, and do you prefer organic or hard surface? I prefer organic, and I do hard surface all the time, but not usually armor. Definitely not armor stuff, you know. you think I need to go deep with the eye sockets? I think so too. There's so much I have to do still. This is one of those models that it's not gonna get done just today. Shape this tooth a little bit. It's so awkward looking right now. Looks so much like a snake now. This is such an entertaining model to make. Azia, you think it looks easy? It has its challenges. One of them is like, you know, there's a certain pressure that you feel whenever you're sculpting live in front of people. That like everything needs to be perfect right away and that you need to finish this earlier, but it's really not that difficult. It's just a matter of time. Every model is a matter of time. Peter, Light Fury. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I also did that one here on this channel. Actually, I don't think I'm getting the tooth shape right. Let's undo that. Let's just focus on the tooth for a second. Oop. Let's do this. Christian with Pixar that doesn't use Gizmo? Am I the only one that doesn't use the Gizmo? Not possible. And I use both. Sometimes I think that the transpose just, I don't know, I guess I've grown accustomed to it. I can use the Gizmo in any other software. Why not use the little transpose in my life? Let's just pinch the whole thing just a little bit. Make this skinnier just a little bit. Looks slightly better to me. Passando obrigada. Hazardous Art doesn't use the new Gizmo. I like both. It's fine. You know, they both have upsides and downsides, I suppose. You fell in love with the Gizmo. It makes sense. A lot of people relate better to the Gizmo. and that's totally normal. Because the transpose tool is hard to learn at first, compared to like normal gizmo, you know. So I'm just gonna just control and drag to duplicate this thing. I like it. It's so easy to transpose, you know, for me anyway. It's a matter of custom. I'm gonna have to look at some front view because I don't know if these flare more than the others. I use the transpose when I have to measure the millimeters for 3D printing. It's hard. Yeah, I've never used the transpose to measure anything. Sounds hard. That down. It's so pointy, such a pointy model so far. Make it smaller. Before I do that, let's turn on transform and local symmetry, because that way when I resize, it won't squeeze towards the center. It will just resize itself and stay in the same translation, I suppose, same location. I know my favorite fantasy movie. Does Avatar counts? Because I'm literally doing this because it's like one of my top 3 favorite movies. It's fantasy. I like. Let's see what else I like. Fantasy wise. Does Game of Thrones counts? So I'm gonna have to work a lot on these teeth to make them look more natural. There's gonna be a lot of work to be done. Goodness, goodness. I think I'm gonna have to flare the whole gums a little bit more. Sandra, Ana Carolina quer comprar uma mesa digitalizadora. Qual modelo eu recomendo? Dos Intuos baratinhos. O meu é um Intuos médio, não é nem um Pro, e é bonzão. Então, custa tipo $100. You should make a White Walker from Game of Thrones. I love White Walkers. I'm glad Avatar counts. I love Avatar. And Game of Thrones. They're the best. My cat's trying to sneak on my chair. How do I tell him no? He's so cute. So I'm gonna close this distance between them just a little bit. My cat came on my lap. This is the cat that we've all been waiting for. Now goodbye. However, goodbye. It was nice seeing you, but you don't belong here. Bob, I've never water sprayed my cats, but I think I might have to start. Because my sister's in Brazil for like 2 months, and he thinks she's locked up in her room. And he like sits outside her room and he yells at her. Like he just like meows super loud for hours, and I don't know what to do to make him stop. So usually I just like call him over to sit next to me, and it works for a little bit because he's really needy anyway, and he wants my attention no matter what. But you know, I only have so much attention to give, so I might have to spray him whenever he's like sitting and yelling outside her room. Fabrício, obrigada. It's a lion, not a cat. Yeah, he's a little bit liony. I think Avatar is sci-fi, but it's also fantasy. I mean, yeah. Uma tia comenta mais gengiva e tipo assim na arcada dentária dele. Eu vou botar, não se preocupe. Obrigada, Fabrício. Sandro, tu nasceu quando nesse mundo 3D? Há uns 4 anos. So today I'm trying to force myself to be a little bit bolder with my work, because usually I'm very shy with my work. And I figured, you know, like if I just need to get these parts in, it's like I don't have to get them perfect. There are more moving parts to this model than I anticipated, which is totally fine. It's cute. My lion, or my cat, or this guy, this little guy. Oh, it's not the. By the way, Sculptures Pro does not work when you use backface masks. So, whenever you are trying to use Sculptures Pro and it's not working, check to see if that's on, and it should fix it. Question: when do you have to retop a model? Do you do it in Maya or go with Z-spheres? I don't retop with Z-spheres. I do it in Maya for Quadra, like Quadra in Maya, or Topogun. I used to, but apparently it's outdated, so I don't do that anymore. Oi, mãe, tudo bem? Vocês lembraram de mim? Eu tô bem, eu tô sim, super ocupada todos os dias. Tipo, eu não tenho nem 15 minutos de descanso. Bobby, cool. Now it looks more like the reference. I don't like Sculptures Pro. You don't like Sculptures Pro? Why not? I do. I can see why some people might not 100% like it or be have a certain affinity with it. But for me, it gets me it gives me shapes and things to work with way faster. Cat made a weird sound. So I'm gonna exaggerate the gums more. Just bring it out, you know, I think it needs that. And flare them. And then we can always change the shape of the mouth itself later. Let me get back to that flared reference. It definitely feels like the gums are at an outward angle, almost like the roof of a house. To me, that's the way it feels. So I'm gonna go to the teeth. I'm gonna lower them a little bit, not too much. Oh, not too much. And I'm gonna look at Derp. Look how derpy he is. He needs braces. And bring them out towards here. And we'll have to work a little bit more. But it's a start, I'd say. I mean, I'm starting to get the different parts that I need in here. Subdivisions for life. Fabrício, há quanto tempo você trabalha com ZBrush e você usa outros softwares para modelagem? Eu trabalho com ZBrush há uns 4 anos e eu uso um monte de outros softwares para modelagem. Eu uso Maya e Modo, eu uso Sculptures. Não, eu imagino que você não queira saber desses, mas Substance Painter, Unreal, Max e uns outros. Anton, hi! After Reptiles, yes indeed. Bobby, the problem that I get with it is that when you add the resolution those unwanted polys, sometimes when you're off sculptures you can't smooth the mesh when holding on shift. It's cause it's usually because that particular part of the mesh that you're trying to sculpt is too high definition. That's why I usually come back to I have to like use subdivisions after I've used Sculptors Pro. But I use Sculptors Pro to block it in, and then I go to subdivisions. Straight from there. This is so creepy. Peter, I am working at a small VR studio called HTX Labs here in Texas. Oops. Through. You won't need the subdivisions if you do mostly 3D printing, so going low on the die mesh is what helps me. YOLO. It's great. But I would still, personally, like me personally, if I had that, whenever I'm doing first 3D printing or whatever, I still use the subdivisions just because they give so much control when sculpting and modeling. Like, if you go high def all of a sudden, like, you won't be able to change, for example, the base forms if you notice later that there's something wrong with it. So it's pretty locked in because it's really hard to, like, smooth out shapes and stuff after you've gone high poly. The subdivisions give you that access to the low poly. They give you the ability to go down. What? I messed up that part, huh? Damn, did not notice that till just now. So yeah, when using subdivisions, it becomes easier to re-edit the mesh in all levels. You can re-edit anything. Julio, hi Anna, can you talk about retopology? What are the next steps after you finish your sculpture in ZBrush? When do you make retopology lose detail? Retopology lose detail? Okay, so different people retop at different times, but I personally retop when my modeling's done, okay? Like detailed, all that stuff. The next steps after ZBrush and you make the high poly would be for you to choose a retopping software or a software to do the retopping in. One of the most common ones right now is Maya, using something called Quadsdraw. My English sounds weird when I say that. My English does not like Quadsdraw. The way that sounds. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to reconstruct the geometry, the outside of your geometry, of your high poly, in the more low poly resolution. So basically you're going to draw on new polygons, the size you want them to be, and with the organization that you want them to be. And retopping is not important just for optimization so that you can have a low poly model. It's really important for animation and rigging and all that stuff. You have to learn about something called what is that? You have to learn about something called edge flow, edge loops, polyflow, all that stuff, which is basically the same. Which is basically like where to put your polygons, your edges, so that you can get a clean, proper animation. There's a whole science to that, and there's many ways, many places to learn how to do that yourself. There are even books on it. But the edge loops will help you do just create better animations, you know, because it will make the deformations for your animations be clean. So yeah, when you just redraw on the geometry for the low poly. Sorry, this is weird to do while talking. And after you're done with that, you would unwrap, which is to take that 3D model and create a 2D like mapping of it. That's pretty obvious, right? Like the mapping. I should have used a better word, perhaps. And that will enable you to create textures and paint on your model, draw on your model, whatever, you know? It's very important. And of course, a good topology, when you do the retopology, will also help with that even, you know, it will help you with selections and all that when you're unwrapping. There's a lot of science that goes on to a retopology, but luckily there's a lot of resources online for you. Bobby, yeah, I know what you mean, but usually you just refine what it looks like depois the job is done. Em específico, você trabalha somente com modelagem ou uma dessas atribuições de terceiro trabalho? Nossa, você tem perfil de detalhe azul do que você acha? Obrigada. Ok, o meu trabalho não é de modeladora necessariamente. Eu sou uma coisa chamada artista técnica na minha empresa. Eu faço um pouquinho de level design, eu faço um pouquinho de códigos, eu faço texturas, eu crio personagens e faço as rigs, esqueletos, e ajudo com as animações, ajudo com várias partes, faço um pouquinho de tudo. Mas também modelo às vezes, menos recentemente. Aqui, olha, peraí, eu sou o cara Ukizinho. Você poderia me dar uma dica sobre todo o processo de modelagem e aventura de um olho? Sim, eu vou mostrar. Tem que ser agora. Eu vou mostrar daqui a pouco o olho, um pouco mais detalhado. Se você quiser esperar, se aguentar esperar e tal. So I'm using pinch to just clean the shape up a little bit, you know. It's very sharp now, but that's what I want. It's gotta look stabby. If it doesn't look stabby, then what's the point? This is such a messy model, but it'll be okay. Eu vou mostrar daqui a pouquinho a pintura do olho. How many polygons until your computer runs slow? I haven't gotten there yet, but I'm gonna say it's like 300 million, 500 million, around there. I do use Substance Painter for texturing, yes. And I also, I combine it with ZBrush a little bit. I do some poly painting for the base, and then I export that, and I import that in Substance Painter, and then I repaint texture on top of it. As the yellow truth, I was one of those who tried to jump to the maximum possible with topology. Now I learned that it is something that is predicted to be done by hand, something that no software can do correctly. Not yet, anyway. Julie nada. Diego, which is a good way to learn how to make a good topology for animation? So recently I had found a book that seemed very good for that, but I don't have any more the link for you guys. Let me see. Okay, so there's a page on polycount.com. Search for polycounts.com topology. There's a really good page that like puts together a bunch of articles on topology. That's a good start. And then there's a book, but if I remember the name, I'll let you guys know. My computer, I built my computer so that it could handle high poly situations in ZBrush. So that's why it can go relatively high up. Some people's computers can go to the billions, no problem. I've never tried it here, so maybe, who knows, one day. Maybe I'll try the millions one day. Okay, so I'm liking this a little bit more now. You know, I don't hate it so much. I'm starting to reach that point where, I don't know, I don't feel pure hatred for my mom anymore. I'm just putting this in a little bit. Guys, it's so hot here in Texas. You wouldn't believe it. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Alright, let's do the bottom one. I'm just gonna splits, unmask points, etc. Just gonna duplicate this little guy. This is when the gizmo's gonna come in handy. Yeah, this is when the gizmo's gonna come in handy. I like to rotate things. Oh, goodness, it looks like a tentacle. I can do it this way, but without symmetry on. About 180, 180. Good enough. So it's not going to be identical, of course, but, you know, it's going to give me a head start. And really making another one from scratch does not sound good for me right now, so we're going to make it work. Looks like he ate a tentacle. I love the front beak too. Thank you. It's probably... Wait, where is it? It's gone now. It's gone forever. It's like the sharpest, cleanest part of the whole model. I do have 60. I think I have 64 gigabytes RAM. I don't know. I can always check. Here on my own channel, I have a command for that we built to help me because I don't memorize these things. No, I only have 32 gigabytes. 1080 Ti graphics cards, an Intel Core i7, and some other stuff. There's other stuff in my computer, I guess, besides all that stuff. Michelle, Ana, boa noite. O que você acha e espera pro futuro da modelagem? Eu ainda acho um pouco a modelagem viver de técnicas modos de 10 anos atrás, aliado. Eu não entendi a segunda parte da pergunta, mas pro futuro da modelagem, eu espero, assim, muita coisa vai virar automática. Eu não vou, tipo, enganar ninguém. Muita coisa já tá virando automática. E dizem que a quantidade de empregos vai diminuir. E muita gente se desespera quando eles escutam isso. Só que a gente nunca vai poder substituir completamente a necessidade de ter seres humanos criando arte. What's happening here? We have like 2 pieces. Good. Porque é a gente que tem a criatividade que eles estão procurando. Então, eu acho que no futuro a modelagem vai ser menos técnica. A gente não vai ter que se preocupar com unwrapping, a gente não vai ter que se preocupar com topologia e coisas assim. Espera um pouquinho. I messed up something around here in this area right here. It's cold in Brazil. It's super hot here. I don't have 2 cards. I just have one 1080 Ti card, which is my favorite thing. One of my favorite belongings, honestly. It's a good little card. It works for me. Guys, I'm posting my links once again. You know, self promotion. Please feel free to find me and follow me if you want to on. Oh wait, I put it in the wrong place. I don't know how to. Oh, there it is. There it is, on Facebook and Twitch. I can't post it on YouTube, but feel free. My links, my username is right there, all the way at the corner. I post a bunch of my art on Instagram and Twitter. I do streams on my own personal Twitch channel 3 times a week, and I always do ZBrush, and usually different kinds of projects all the time. So feel free to give me a follow if you're enjoying. But also, of course, make sure you follow the Pixelogic channel if you aren't already following the Pixelogic channel. It's such a nice one. If you like, I'm addicted to watching the Pixelogic channel. I'm moving now. It's a little bit off center. Let's see if I can see on the side of you. That doesn't help me much. I love the texture on the tongue and the gums. Honestly, the best part of the whole creature. It's really bothering me how it's slightly off center. JJ, hi, welcome to the stream. Just gonna add a little bit of mass right here. Marisa, existe algum motivo qual buscou a mudança para o exterior? Ou você já estava decidida em mudar e trabalhar na área de 3D modelagem, etc? Eu já morava no exterior quando eu comecei. Por acaso, eu já morava aqui nos Estados Unidos quando comecei a fazer 3D. Eu me mudei pra cá no ensino médio, no finalzinho, tipo, assim que eu me formei no ensino médio, porque a minha mãe foi transferida no trabalho dela. Então, meio que não foi assim 100% de propósito, sabe? Mas eu dei muita sorte, honestamente, porque eu escolhi uma área que só dá pra fazer aqui e em alguns outros lugares, sabe? Não tem muitos lugares. Então, eu fiquei muito feliz de estar aqui. Só que eu vim, assim, de por outro jeito. Awkward one tooth in the center situation. Os motivos para eu sair do Brasil foram esses. Simplesmente a coincidência, minha mãe se mudou, basicamente. Oh no. I'm going to copy this little tooth right here. nails catching. Rodolfo, hi. Assim, ela um dia vai me mudar pra gringa. Eu recomendo tentar. Mas é complicado. Tipo, pra mim não foi, ainda não é fácil, sabe? Eu ainda tenho que lutar com visto, eu tenho que fazer muito esforço, sofrer muito. Não é fácil. I'm gonna use this side to guide myself, and then I'm just gonna move that side off symmetry. Actually, why not just do my best here to do it now? Did you hear about the talk about Green Ivy Avatar and possible underwater shoots? I think there will be underwater shoots. I went to Disney World this year, and I went to the Avatar ride, and it was all like beach related, and I'm pretty sure it was a bunch of spoilers of the new movie. We got to see like the whales and stuff like that. I almost said killer whales, like the whale monsters, the marine monsters, all that stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty watery from what I understand. Yeah, Green IV are gonna be awesome if they come. I don't know anything about that. They kept that secret. I think they might be teal, like at the very least, like tealy navies. I am so excited, but like I have to wait until 2020. Like, who even knows if I'll survive that long? So much can happen. Do you think it's going to be a continuation of the first movie or a whole new story? I have no idea, but they hired the same actors, so it might be both? Who knows? I would like it to be a continuation. I'm not ready for other people to come on and just... I don't know. I wouldn't be ready for that. I'm gonna survive. It's just the wait that's painful. The wait will nearly kill me. Ah. I don't even know, man. I need to go back to working on the head itself, because that's the part that needs the most help right now. Disaster. god, there's not gonna be enough room for this. Alright, let's try it more. Por nosso parabéns, gosto dos seus trabalhos. Ontem modelando um personagem criando as mãos, meu arquivo trava quando duplico segurando o Ctrl com o gizmo. Não sei porquê, eu vi você fazendo a mesma coisa nos dentes, porém o seu não deu erro. Não sei porque eu dou erro no meu. Talvez você tenha polígonos demais no seu. E aí seu controle não aguenta. Why Cersei? She's evil? Why? Why Cersei? Is that because I drew her? She's nice. I like Cersei. Raza, thank you. Azio, what do you think about the Avatar Spark being built? It was already built. I've already been there. And it's amazing. It's just like how I wanted. This is how I pictured it. Perfect in every way. I'm choosing one of these teeth to copy. We can just do just for now. This model is going to be harder than the Navi itself. Who would have thought? I didn't think it's so. It's a little bit crooked, one might say. That's okay. We'll figure it out. It's okay. It's all good. At the very least, I entertain myself when I'm working. It's on stuff like this that like is supposed to be fast but very complex at the same time. At the very least, I entertain myself. So let's save a little bit. The Avatar Park is amazing, super great. It's the ride at Avatar is the best ride at Disney World right now. I think it's just so good. Color, fill objects. Same here, color, fill objects. And then I'm gonna switch the color and I'm gonna come here. Oh, I forgot this. I will fill this object with color as well. I figured I'd give it some color variations because it's, I don't know, it looks, sometimes things look boring to me and I need color to make it better. So I'm gonna choose that and I'm gonna same fill objects for this one. I'm gonna choose the eyeball and I'm gonna go for a yellowy color just for now. Although I promised someone I will show how to how to do the eyeballs like the way I like to do it. And I'll do like a tealy color for this part. It's way too strong. Works. Looks like alien with black. You think so? That's funny. That's nice. I like the aliens. Okay, so I'm gonna do the eyeball, just a little bit of detail on the eyeball, just ever so slightly actually. I don't know how much I can go, how far I should go. Maybe I should go a little, just maybe it would help if I selected the right mesh anyway. Wait, before I do that, let's duplicate for safety. Oh, I just crashed ZBrush really hardcore. It doesn't usually crash this hard. Usually it goes for that like, oh, we're trying to save a file for you. You wanna visit it so bad? So yeah, it's such a good park. Like, basically the ride is that you're riding an Ikran, which is this right here, and it's supposed to be like you have your own avatar. So you start off on a machine and it like transports you into the world of Avatar, and it's so detailed. Like you're flying through like a dome screen. Let's see what the latest save was. I lost all the colors, that's for sure, but everything else is here. We're all good. We're all good. It's all good in the hood. Anyway, I'm supposed to go here and restore standard UI, and basically you are transported into the world of Avatar through every single feeling that you can have. They spray like scents of like ocean and forests on you. They put winds whenever the Ikran accelerates. There's more wind like on your face. Whenever it slows down, there's less wind. There's music all over the place, and it's a half dome where like it's almost like you're almost like on a bike, pretending that you're riding this thing, and they kind of put you halfway into the movie theater. And there's so much detail that the bike, which is the Ikra, breathes in between your legs, and it's timed with the movie that you're seeing, like that you're going through. So at one point there's like a part where the Ikran gets tired and you guys land, and he's like and there's the sounds, and it's amazing. It's so good. I'm a big fan. You might even say I like it. And then I cried both times. I made my parents were with me, and I made them go twice, and the second time took like maybe like 2-3 hours to get on. It was really intense. Like there were a lot of people there, and there was some technical difficulties, and I made them wait anyway because it was so good. I had to get every inch, like I had to understand every part of it, because you can't take it all in at the first time. You know, you have to do it twice if you really like it. It was just glorious, you know. It was just the best ride I've ever been on, ever. I don't remember what green I chose before. No, but let's just use this one. Okay, so we're back to, oh no, we're not back to where we were. So we were about to do the eyeball. Let's save, just in case. Duplicates, just in case it hates me. just make a large brush and carve out the shape of the eye so that it can catch light. This is usually how I do with the simple eyes. This is not a final eye. This is not an eye that you're gonna ship. You're not gonna give a client that's about to use your model in a game or in a movie this eye, but it works if you're just trying to like do a speed sculpt or block in. Eu arrumei meu desktop. Just start over, like watching you work. Douglas, I'm jelly. I wish I could have gone this summer to Disney to check out the Avatar ride. It's the only problem is that it's just the problem that it's expensive, you know. It would help to wait to do this when you have an actual eyelids and stuff, you know? Something that doesn't look bad and horrible would help you. Let's go back to blocking in this stuff. We'll make the tongue later. I just really, really want to get some more stuff down on the face. Because right now the face is not good. Not pretty. Not the prettiest face to ever have walked the planet of Pandora. Sometimes I change sides so that I can relax my hand depending on the position I want to pull it in. It's so skinny. Rigging em ZBrush. Is that a question? A nosso inglês já era bom quando você saiu do Brasil. Já era bem bom. Relativamente bom. Intuos, right? Because you're not looking there while you're drawing. Yeah, I am using an Intuos. Once again, this is just a blockout. I personally can't get a finished piece within one stream. Not yet, anyway. Maybe in the future I'll be super fast. Wouldn't that be a nice life? Mairi Taco, hi. Assim, você gostaria que existissem as montanhas flutuantes na realidade? Sim, com certeza. Ou eu gostaria que existia várias coisas de Avatar. Mas sim, as montanhas flutuantes são iradas. So another thing that I should do is I should take the brush trim dynamic and I should flatten some of these parts out. Let's go smaller and let's turn off sculptures just for now. Yeah, let's center this and just, oh, I'm having issues. I am having issues. I should flatten out these polys. Make it a more stronger shape, you know, more fitting with the concept arts. Gonna bring it all the way down. And I'm gonna go in with a smaller one, and I'm going to do the bottom too. Before I start detailing too much this area. I'm gonna end up using this trim dynamic over the course of this whole model to straighten out like all of it, all the different parts. I'm gonna even use it here on the what we call scientifically. Look at this! Wow. Yeah, that happened. That happened. Wait, there was a reason for this. Oh goodness, there's some. Oh, there's like a one bit here that's hard to smooth. Flatten out this area right here. I think it might be. Oh, I think I'm about to freeze ZBrush again. I think I went too crazy with Sculptures Pro. I don't know yet. Normally we would do our best to, as soon as possible, do the sculptures or the subdivision. Personally, me. Oh goodness, guys, I don't know what it is. I think that I messed up with my chair settings, and now like it hurts my neck. Alright, so let's turn the sculptures back on with Damien Standard, and let's go to town on some of these bits because let's just have some fun. You know, this is the fun bit. I like to turn the focus all the way down when I'm using Damien Standard. There are many details that are wrong, but right now is not the time for me in my project to freak out too much about it. Not today, anyway. We'll forget about it later. Another day, perhaps. I'm gonna turn the smoothing intensity down because it was at 100 since the crash. Cold, soulless eyes. Can you delete history? I think so. Because I think that's why freezes out. You think so? I almost never do that. But it could be. You could be right. Yeah. I would not be shocked to find that you were right. It's so awkward how that happened. Oh guys, by the way, I keep forgetting to do this sometimes, but please feel free to check me out on Twitch or social media. I have my own Twitch channel called AnnaCarolina_arts, which you might want to check out. I stream on there 3 times a week, usually making more complex projects, because here on this channel I usually make like speed sculpts and stuff like that, you know, but on that channel I do more complex stuff overall. My cat's here. Can you hear him purring? But yeah, feel free to follow on Instagram and Twitter. I always post my art on there. And on Twitch I stream all the time. And also please feel free to follow Pixelogic if you haven't already. Oh, my cat's here. Follow Pixelogic already, because a lot of really nice, really talented artists stream on here, and they're great. I love them personally. I am like really into watching this channel. Almost too much. I can't stop. It's like, I have to go do things. Making something like this is way more complex than making, for example, the How to Train Your Dragon. That one was relatively easy to make for me. These things are basically flying fish. Have you ever stopped to think about that? What's happened here? It looks like a frog. Let me take all the stuff off. Will be full body at one point. Yes, Aziel. I'll have to do a full body overall to finish my complete my piece, because it's gonna be an avatar riding this thing. I think I'm gonna turn this into color spray. Color spray. That's easier. I'm just gonna freestyle it ever so slightly on this color bits. Oh, you think I should work for Pixar? Out of all people? No, I don't think it's a bad thing. I would like to work for Pixar one day. But like, my style is not their style at all. I feel like it's so strong. I mean, why not? I would maybe one day. Who knows? Who knows the future, right? Just that as of right now, I don't find myself to be compatible with them. You know, like, no style comparison. The closest thing I've ever done was the White Night Fury, the White Light Fury, I mean. It just looks like I spray painted it, which is exactly what I did actually, so it's okay. We'll work on it slowly. I'm just putting color in so that, you know, I feel more excited about it. Every once in a while I need to like revive myself on a project. Does that make sense to you guys? Like, every once in a while, like, I might get a little bit bored or I might get a little bit insecure about it. So I find that a little bit of color never hurts me, personally. It gives me, it's a little bit of driving force that I need. Can't forget the tongue. I wonder how we can do the markings. Maybe we can do something like let's say there's a marking right there. Let's just pretend. Maybe I could do like that reddish brown that the other one has. That higher RGB intensity. Oh, super dark. Super, super dark. And then maybe I could turn it upside down. Press V and go for like a yellowy white, like a creamy white, perhaps, and just paint the outside of that. Let's see if that works at all. Maybe, but a bit more carefully, of course. I think we can work with this. Okay, so let's put just. Oh, I should also just smooth this out using, just increase the poly count just a little bit. Oh, goodness gracious. It's working. It's working. Reflection. Oh shoot, I can't do that. It helps the sculpt just froze turn on, guys. Let's try it with this one. I'm gonna press V. I'm gonna turn on RGB. And I'm gonna fill out just a little bit. What do you guys think? Rainbows of fire, Peter? And then maybe I can invert the mask. Press V to switch. And paint just a little bit of white on the outside. But let's see if that works at all, because yeah, it's not high poly enough. And I think I like just brown, actually. Peter, thank you. You think I should have more self-esteem? Guys, give me one moment. I need to go grab a little bit more coffee, or at least something like that, and go to the bathroom. Like 5 minutes. I will be right back. It's such a rough sculpt. I wish I could do more in less time. Don't we all? I'll be right back. Okay, my friends. Be right back. Coffee is bae. Coffee is bae. See, this is why I like streaming. I have a mini community of people that understand my coffee addiction. Can't wait to come back. Can't wait to come back and do more. Giovanni, thank you. I have no idea. It was a joke. But yeah, let's get back into it. So how's everybody doing tonight? Are you guys working on any projects? Ooh. Three. Maybe perhaps 4. Smurf, thank you. ZBrush, how are you doing? Welcome. Or hi. Let me take that thing out of there. One, 2, 3, 4. That works for me. Wait, maybe one more. No, that's fine before. As I was in a marathon, I'm still strong. Awesome! I can't wait to do a marathon. Mind you, for those of you who don't know, not a physical marathon. Can't even run 5 miles. Not yet, anyway. Who knows? Maybe one day. That one's so much darker than the rest. I think I pressed harder. I like this particular pattern right here, if I do say so myself. I'm just making these up as I feel comes to me. It's like probably the most fun part so far. Smartberry spent a few hours working and now I'm helping a friend level unlock some crafting stuff. I'm like inches away from finishing the high poly on baking source mesh. That's awesome, Smurf! Oh, congrats. Can't wait to see how it turns out. Perhaps you'll show it to us. I remember the sculpting marathon, but like I was talking about mine, not a literal marathon. Asiel, are you posting anywhere? Your work? Are you posting like on Instagram every day or something? Of that sort? gonna leave this part alone. I don't believe in it. I go for like a cobra on top. Everything's fancy when it looks like a cobra on top. It's hilarious. As y'all know, not that good. You don't have to be good to post stuff online. I just posted my finished projects. That makes sense, I guess. I mean, I totally get it. Like, there's a certain embarrassment to working on this kind of stuff online, especially when you're taking a long time and everybody's watching. You know, I get it. Totally get it. Berserk. What's the name of the tool you used at the start to get the basic shape of your model? Something hook. A snake hook. Fittingly enough, it was called snake hook. Like a snake. Like. So I'm not done with the modeling, even though I'm painting, but since I'm running out of time, I figured I might as well get this in. You can always keep modeling when I'm done. Go for the speckles in this area. I feel like these are too uniform. Let me fix that by making this one like that and this one a little bit farther away. Whatever. I also want less space in between. You know, like a game that I used to play when I was a kid that this reminds me of, that I miss slightly? It was like a Barbie fashion runway game that like had little white clothes and you'd paint the clothes in, and it was like you're the fashion designer. It was really dumb, but I had a good time. Spartan, shout out. Mi canal es Write in chats. I posted my channel in chat in case you're still interested. It's in case you're still here. The link is right there. Does it come with the software's core version, or is it's not a plugin? It comes with the core. Yeah, it's right here. If you press B and then, so the shortcut to get there is B and then SH. Bam, you have it. Let's think through a little bit better. Also, I'm gonna post the links. No, Facebook is good. Facebook, I posted that recently. I just paint directly on now. BNSH, yes. That's exactly how you get snake hook. And in case you're wondering, B brings up the whole menu for all the brushes. So if you know the brushes shortcut, you can be like B and V for move, you know, etc. It's really cool. I'm a big fan. I might give it like a big mark next, just to get done this faster. It's like putting a stencil down and spray painting. Haziel, of course I'll give your portfolio a look when you have more stuff in it. You're cool. You can, like, I do that, yeah. Mario, my chair is comfy. It's comfy, but like I have trouble because my table is like completely wrong for its ends. I can't get close enough to the keyboard, but other than that, it's a pretty comfy chair. I use both negative and positive to shape this. It's really exciting to work like this, for me anyway. Gonna give this a test color to see if I like it. Yes, I do. I mean, it's okay. I'm just gonna keep that. I will not be at the summit this year, Mario, but maybe next year. I plan on maybe going next year. I plan on maybe going. That's really weird to think. But yeah, not this year. I decided to wait, and until I was ready, you know, like mentally ready. I felt it would be a lot of pressure for me, and this year has been very, very stressful. Like, I freak out a lot. Not gonna lie, it's been a very stressful year. So that would just add to my stress. But next year I'll be ready. Will you be at the summit? Who here is going to the summit this year? Let me know. I'd love to know who's going, because, you know, that will make me more likely to go next year. Pretty sure I'm going next year, though, regardless. If everything goes okay this year. I've been working really hard towards something, and so if that something that I've been working towards works out, life will be better, life will be more mellow, easier, and I'll be able to go to the summit. Sometimes you gotta make long-term sacrifices, I guess. I will also, some friends will be competing at the Sculpt Off. Oh my goodness! How many people at total are there at the Sculpt Off, do you know? Wait, you're competing or your friends are competing? Let's darken some areas up manually, just like that. Pretty soon I'm gonna want to add some like blues to the gums, you know, like how there's a lot of blues in the gums. Actually, let's do that now. That seems like a really nice thing to do. Really exciting thing. I'm glad that saved. I haven't saved in a very long time. Oh, I forgot to detail the bottom gums too. We'll have to get to that at some point. Mighty not sure, but like 20 artists for both categories. Mighty not this time. I will try to apply next year to the sculpt off. Some friends are competing on me. Thank you, by the way. You're so kind. So, I don't think I want to participate in the sculpt off next year, but I do want to do a talk, maybe. Like a panel or something. That would be nice. I'd be down for that. It would help me get over my shyness. Mario, that could be great. Okay. Oh, that was a big one. Peter, all in is hard. What do you mean? You guys are confusing me tonight. Would you guys ever do a talk at the ZBrush Summit? If so, what kind of talk? Oh no. Hi Seagull Rush, welcome to the stream. It's already late. Wow. I'm gonna call it pretty soon. Let's finish this later. It's gonna be a nice little companion piece to my other model. Mario, would it be great that you being in the panel at the summit? Oh, you think so? I would like to talk about like streaming. I don't know. It's one of the main things I know how to do, I suppose. I'm gonna do some things with this real quick. So I totally messed up at some point. Split masked points, and I'm gonna bring this one up. Save, just be safe, and then I'm gonna merge down, okie, and I'm just gonna dynamesh that probably. do that. I'm gonna need to do brush, clay buildup, and I'm gonna have to turn on auto masking for my face mask. Just put this up. Just I went way too hard on this already. I think I went too high poly actually. Yeah, too high poly. Let's re-mesh. Mesh resolution 32 perhaps. Let's see. My feet on the ZBrush. I need to go back and watch you make the teeth. The teeth was the easy part, but it was work intensive because I had to just, you know, keep making them and moving them and all that stuff. It took a little while. Dynamesh, that's funny. That would be a funny name for like a YouTube video or something one day. Dynamesh, and it's the dinosaur. I feel like I want to go for this color. It's definitely not done. I'm gonna have to refinish this model like, you know, a million years from now. I'm gonna add that little bit of just very lightly. Yeah, it's puns. Peter, it's 11:30 here. 11:27. And it sings and it's a hot dog. paint before I go. Let me blend this together with the head. That would be good. I gotta remember from the Dinotopia. Somebody watched it. So I think the Dinotopia. I remember what that was. Sort of. It's nighttime. Stay here. Making streamers go to Zealand? What's Zealand? Please explain. About it for that area. David's, thank you. Lullaby sounds. Guys, I think I'm done for tonight. It's obviously not a done model, you know. It's definitely needs like hours and hours more of work. You know, this is what we can get done in 3.5 hours of streaming. Definitely not my best piece, but it's a start. So that's all we need is a start, you know. The start is the hardest part. Guys, in case you're interested in following me and coming to my personal stream that happens 3 times a week on my own personal Twitch channel, please feel free. I just posted the links on Facebook and I'm about to post the links on Twitch. You guys are all welcome over there. We have a really good time. But yeah, I stream 3 times a week and I do more complex projects usually. Make sure to follow the Pixologic channel if you haven't already, because the Pixologic channel is awesome. It's the best channel on Twitch, I think, and everywhere else, because now we do YouTube and Facebook as well. You guys are fantastic. Smurf, you made great progress just over the course of the night. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it because I don't feel like extremely happy with this one. But then again, like, who would, you know? 3 hours. I'm no like mad crazy fast sculptor or anything. Not yet, anyway. I'm working on it. Again, yet another start, right? I'm gonna render this all pretty and nice tomorrow, hopefully. That'll be nice, right? Let's do like a little lighting and all that stuff in Marmoset, perhaps. Feel free. My social media is right there in the top right corner of the page of the stream. It's AnnaCarolina_art. I have Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, and ArtStation, and a bunch of other things, but those are the main 4. Also, let me go grab this link for you guys. I'm about to open up a whole new world for you guys. There is a let me see here. There's a Discord, an official Discord for Pixologic and ZBrush, where a bunch of really great ZBrush artists, professionals, Pixologic people who stream, all participate in the same Discord, and they answer your questions. They help you out. It's an open discussion. It's a great way to network. I'm gonna go ahead and post a link on Facebook and Twitch. I sadly can't post it on YouTube. Maybe I can. Who knows? Let's find out. Because I used to not be able to, but now I can. Oh, I can, guys. The link is also on. It's also on YouTube. Hell yeah! I'm also gonna. So that's the link to the Discord where you can network and ask questions to hundreds of ZBrush professionals. And let me find this. Oh, my kitty cat is talking to me. He's like, "Is it time to finish streaming? Because I'm done watching." And I just posted my other links on YouTube as well. Guys, I will... yeah, no artist is ever happy with their work. It's true. But sometimes I'm more happy than other times, right? Arnold, thank you so much for the congratulations. Make sure to follow Pixelogic channel. Come back because almost every day, a different artist streams on here. People like... I'm trying to think because like my favorite Ashley she has been taking a break, so I'm like, I was about to say Ashley Adams streams on here, but then I was like, oh no. Mike Pavlovich streams on here, Danny Mac streams on here, and all kinds of crazy good other artists. If I didn't list one of the artists doesn't mean I don't love them, it's just I love them. And yeah guys, I think this is the end for us tonight, but I'll be back on the 18th, and I'll be doing a Portuguese stream next. Okay, I speak Portuguese, and I'll be doing a full Portuguese stream for all my Portuguese speaking watchers who have questions and want to hang out. Shane Olsen streams, Brendan, Isaiah Brankston, or I forget, I don't know how to say his name, but all kinds of crazy people. So make sure you follow them on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, and like on Facebook. And join that Discord. Don't lose that Discord link. That could be a really good thing on your life. Guys, once again, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. I'll be back. Thank you for your patience making this particular model. My cat's really needing attention right now. You have no limits, do you, Sparkles? Smurf, bye. Peter, bye. Oh, we'll hang out, okay? Bye everybody. I had a great time. Thank you.